Those guys on fire here, back from the video, and today we're going to be hopping into another defense in college football 25. Today we're going to be running some of the more 4-3 even 6-1 Sam Will Blitz. Now, we ran quarters, we posted quarters earlier. We're going to go into the Sam Will Blitz now. Now, really, you could run this out of like Mike Will Blitz as well, but Sam Will Blitz just seems a little bit more user-friendly. 4-3 even 6-1 is going to be in the 4-3 multiple playbook, which is in a few teams in regs. Some that I ran through are Pitt, UCLA, and USC, to name a few, so a few decent teams there. Sam Will Blitz here in the middle of the 4-3 even 6-1. Now your user is going to be here, get someone speedy, whoever you'd like. Obviously 4 DBs, and then the rest are going to be linebackers and defensive linemen. So let's go ahead, come out in this Sam Will Blitz, and we're just going to be facing up against Gun Bunch. Now, there's a few different ways to run this, as well as run the Blitz in general. So we will go through and talk about some of those. Let's move the face cam down a little bit. Now, the first thing that we're going to do, that I like to do, is press, shade over the top, and then show Blitz. So we're going to press, shade over the top, show Blitz. With our defensive backs, the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is actually shift our D-line to the left, and we are going to slant the defensive line to the right. So shift left, slant right. Now we have an extra player here, which you can do with A is a few different things. We could immediately leave him on the blitz. Let's say we just want to blitz 6. This is going to be obviously an easy way to get pressure, right? Really get 2 guys free, which you should get. Rushing 6 against 5. You get 2 guys free. Now, that's not the way we're going to run the blitz, because we want some help, especially if we're hovering here in this gap. You know, what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to either A, man up this player on the running back, give ourselves some help, allow us to use her over there on the left, any quick slants, any quick posts, any quick crossers, things like that. Or what we can go ahead and do is put him on his own and keep our responsibility for the running back. Now, we're going to show some bluff blitzes a little bit later, just because obviously sometimes you don't want to do this, but we'll hover here, and we're going to get that pressure off the edge very quickly, and it makes it just overall seemingly difficult to get the football off. Now, what I recommend doing is going in practice mode and practicing these adjustments. It doesn't seem like it's too many adjustments, but when you get in game, you face those types of people that do like to snap the ball quickly. It's a situation where that could come into play of you not getting your adjustments off. So I would practice it. Again, all you're going to do is press, show Blitz, which is going to be Y down on the left stick, and then Y and R1. You're going to shift D-line left, D-pad to the left, left on the analog stick, shift slant right, D-pad to the left, right on the right analog stick, and then double tap D-pad up on the right stick and Y, or triangle. Again, you're just going to hover here when the ball is snapped. You just kind of like slide over. Now, sometimes that'll happen where the D-end is actually the one that loops. Clearly, that's not really going to have an effect, and for anything, it maybe even gets there faster. So you will take that, and even 6 looks like a big boy there, right? He's taking his time getting down the lane. If you have some, get some speedy guys, because speed really matters. The pass rushing stats aren't going to matter as much. So this is one way to do it. Obviously, you could run it either way flipped. So it's really dealer's choice at that point, right? So you snap the ball, and there's times where it doesn't work, like right there. I probably kind of lazily did the hover, and the hover is very important that you hover there with the gap, right? So sometimes even then, just being a little bit lazy with your adjustments and not getting everything off prevents it there. There, it gets really fast, and if you can get that clean loop, it's going to be quick. Now, let's say you want to run it from the other side. The formation is flipped. Who knows what's happening? We can still do that. Now, sometimes the spacing will be a little bit weird. I would let you know. And usually you do want to flip the play, but even if you don't get the quick pressure, you're going to get sheds with this defense, which kind of happens there. So I would do it so that you're always blitzing off the hash. Like the hover, it doesn't work as good from this side, right? It would have been fine if we could hold the attention, but we weren't able to. Like if you see, just the shift is a little bit different going side to side, so keep that in mind, right? Like clearly it can still work. We still get the hover to work there. I just didn't do a good job, and we actually get one of the guys, I think, through the D-line, glitches through. He just hits a spin move, but number 10's coming off the edge. So the blitz is still going to be okay. Now, obviously, we recommended that we don't maybe want to blitz. There's forms of the shed defense. You could pinch the D-line, slant inside, and let's say we want to put 2 guys in coverage, which is definitely not a terrible idea, of course. So if we want to put 2 guys in coverage, we go curl flat, we go vert hook. Comes down to you guys. What do you want to do? It's going to be a good kind of pressure defense. Now the sheds, they kind of got patched a little bit, so they're not as good, obviously, right? But sending 4 people is going to be good. And then also what this defense does a good job of is going to be run defense. So playing good run defense, it's going to be key. You see right there, it's going to be solid. Now it's going to be even better with the run defense if we are pinched. So even being pinched, well, that's just the default blitz if you send 6 without hovering. Obviously it works, 6 on 5, the math adds up, correct? It does. So let's go back to the inside zone. Say they just run the ball. It's going to allow your user there. They're not really going to run the ball, and seeing, if you just come out from the offensive perspective and I see this look, I'm never going to run the ball on it ever. So that's going to be kind of your first thing, right? So adjustments wise, that's going to be one way we could do it. Now let's say we face like some kind of an even formation, like a doubles. So you're definitely going to want to show blitz, bring those safeties down a little bit. Now let's say you get this look. Obviously we still want to probably blitz from this side. What am I going to do? I'm going to again probably man up the running back, and then I can go like curl flat over here. I would set my curl flats to like probably 10 yards, get some help over there, and then I'm just going to kind of watch anything on the right, anything from going left to right. So like if A is on a crosser, let's try and put together, like, yeah, something like this. If he's running this, we can go over here, help out, boom, and we get the pressure. So even in that setup, it's going to be okay. You're rushing 4 people. We could even get, and because we have someone man up on the running back, he ends up blitzing too, which isn't always the case. But even in the case of like, I could still, like, if I want 2 flat zones, I could do it. Just via putting this guy in the curl flat, and rushing 3 is honestly kind of fine in this game, right? It doesn't hurt you at doing it once or twice. So we could do this. Boom. Even then, we still get good pressure. Now, obviously, that's just winning a matchup, but it's still a good way to do it, right? So that's one way to do it. Some of the other ways you can get creative with the blitz, and obviously, if you want better coverage looks, we could do something like this, bring these guys over, create like a normal true 4-3 look. Then I could even like drop my D lineman in coverage, still get that inside pressure, and that's going to be a good kind of form of run defense. You see we're still getting quick sheds, which is nice. Now obviously if you wanted to turn this into coverage, you could. It's a little bit tougher with the positioning that we're in, because if you like show you would kind of want to show 3, and if you show 3, this guy obviously moves out. You want to move him back in. So let's say we show 3. Then we could actually put A in like the curl flat. Obviously we have no one manned up there, so like your responsibility is going to be sprinting out, trying to defend the tight end. Still get the loop over the top, and that's going to be one way to get it to work. Now if you want, let's say we come out in it in a show 2 form. Like, let's say we set our shell to, I guess we can't. Dude, it doesn't let us do a cover 2 or cover 4, which is really stupid. So let's say we just get this kind of look. We could easily just go straight cover 2 off the bat. One of my favorite ways to do it would be go cover 3 cloud over here. Cover 3 cloud. Obviously that's a lot of adjustments, but I think it's a good kind of way to do it. You see the coverage really good. We're still going to end up getting sheds. If you're facing a mobile quarterback and you want to contain, I don't hate containing. Also the blitz. When you run contain, we'll try it out just to show you guys, because I did lab it a little bit. With contains, it doesn't work as well. We just happen to get the shed there, but it really doesn't work as well. So again, like if we contain, and I even tried it with like almost containing both sides. Or containing like one side, like if we contain the left, something like this. You see, contains don't really work. Now if you're rushing 4, feel free to contain if you want to keep the QB in the pocket, but overall it's going to do for the video. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out.